Hello, I'm John Wheat. When we hear the name Albert Einstein, what springs to mind? For many, it's the iconic equation E equals mc squared, the wild hair, perhaps a flash of genius that seems almost otherworldly. We picture him surrounded by complex formulas, a mind wrestling with the very fabric of space-time, ultimately reshaping our understanding of the universe itself. His theories of relativity didn't just tweak our scientific models, they detonated them, forcing us to rebuild from the ground up. It's a legacy etched in the annals of science, a testament to a truly extraordinary intellect that dared to question everything we thought we knew. But I invite you to journey with me beyond the equations, past the Nobel Prize, and into the deeper currents of his thought. Was his genius solely a product of his scientific acumen, his mathematical prowess? Or was there something more, a philosophical underpinning that fueled his relentless curiosity and his profound insights? Albert Einstein once shared a piece of wisdom that, for me, resonates across the cosmos. The most important thing is not to stop questioning. Think about that. Not to stop questioning. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Yet, in this simple statement lies the very engine of discovery, the spark that ignites the flame of understanding. He saw curiosity not as a fleeting childhood fancy, but as a sacred, driving force, the essential key that unlocks the great, complex doors of the universe. It's a call to embrace the unknown, to lean into the shadows where answers hide. Many people, when faced with something they don't understand, feel a sense of discomfort, perhaps even fear. The unknown can be intimidating, a vast ocean where one might feel lost. But Einstein, he viewed it differently. He didn't shy away from the abyss of ignorance. No, he dived into it with open arms, with an almost childlike wonder. He understood that true knowledge isn't born from a place of certainty, but from the courageous admission that we don't know, and the passionate desire to find out. This embrace of ketidaktahuan, of not knowing, is where the magic truly begins. Because you see, it's precisely within that space of not knowing that the universe unfolds its potential. It's in the fertile ground of uncertainty that the seeds of new ideas can sprout. If we believe we have all the answers, then the journey of discovery ends. But if we acknowledge the vastness of what we don't know, then every corner of existence becomes a new frontier, a fresh mystery waiting to be unraveled. This perspective transforms ignorance from a limitation into an invitation for boundless exploration. Imagine the cosmos as an infinite library, and our current knowledge as just a few books on a single shelf. Einstein understood this. He knew that the questions we ask are often more powerful than the answers we temporarily hold. Each question is a new path into the unexplored sections of that library. This is where creativity flourishes, where imagination takes flight, unburdened by the constraints of established dogma. In our modern world, we often equate genius with complexity. We imagine towering intellects navigating labyrinthine equations, their minds filled with concepts so intricate that they seem beyond the grasp of ordinary mortals. But Albert Einstein, a man whose thoughts plumbed the deepest depths of reality, held a rather different view. He found an extraordinary, profound beauty not in complication, but in simplicity. He believed that the ultimate truths of the universe, when truly understood, could be expressed with an almost startling clarity and elegance. There's a famous sentiment often attributed to him, and it perfectly encapsulates this philosophy. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This isn't just a clever quip, it's a profound insight into the nature of understanding itself. It suggests that true mastery isn't about making things more convoluted, but about stripping away the unnecessary, distilling the complex down to its fundamental essence. It's a challenge to all of us to strive for that deeper level of comprehension where clarity reigns supreme. Consider his most famous equation, E equals mc squared. Just 3 letters and a number, yet they encapsulate a revolutionary concept about the relationship between energy and matter, unlocking secrets that led to both incredible power and a new understanding of the cosmos. This wasn't an accident. Einstein relentlessly pursued the simplest, most elegant explanations for the universe's workings. He believed that the laws of nature, at their core, should possess a fundamental harmony and simplicity, a reflection of an underlying order. This pursuit of simplicity isn't about being simplistic or superficial. Oh no, it's quite the opposite. Achieving true simplicity often requires an immense amount of intellectual effort, a deep dive into the complexities to find the unifying principles. Chapter 3. Imajinasi mengalahkan pengetahuan, melampaui batas logika. Albert Einstein gifted us with another profound insight. One that might surprise those who see science as purely a domain of cold hard facts and logical deduction. He declared, quite boldly, imagination is more important than knowledge. Now this isn't to say that knowledge is unimportant, far from it. Knowledge is the bedrock, the foundation upon which we build. But imagination is the architect, the visionary that dreams up the structures that knowledge alone could never conceive. He elaborated on this by saying, "For knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand." Think about the sheer scope of that statement. Knowledge, by its very nature, is finite, a snapshot of our current understanding. But imagination is boundless. It's the engine of possibility, the force that propels us beyond the horizon of the known, into the uncharted territories where new discoveries await. Einstein himself was a master of the Gedanken experiment, the thought experiment. He would conjure up scenarios in his mind. What would it be like to ride on a beam of light? What would happen if you were in an elevator accelerating through space? These weren't idle daydreams. They were powerful tools of inquiry, allowing him to explore the consequences of physical principles in ways that were impossible with the technology of his time. His imagination allowed him to see the universe in new ways, to ask questions that no one else was asking. This is where the true revolutions in science, and indeed in any field of human endeavor, often begin. They don't typically arise from a mere extension of existing knowledge. They come from a leap of imagination, a daring departure from accepted norms, a willingness to envision a reality that is different from the one we currently perceive. It's about seeing the connections that aren't obvious, about painting a picture of what, rather than just what. Chapter 4. Kegagalan adalah jalan menuju keberhasilan, belajar dari setiap kesalahan. We often look at figures like Albert Einstein and see only the towering edifice of their success. We see the breakthroughs, the accolades, the revolutionary theories that changed the world. It's easy to assume that their path was a smooth, uninterrupted ascent to greatness. But the reality, as is so often the case, is far more nuanced, more human. Even Einstein, the paragon of genius, faced setbacks, experienced what many would call failure, and had to navigate obstacles that might have deterred a less resilient spirit. Did you know that he wasn't always considered a star pupil? There are stories of teachers who found him slow or uninspired. He even famously failed an entrance exam to the prestigious Zurich Polytechnic, though he excelled in math and physics. These weren't endpoints for him. They were merely detours, perhaps even crucial learning experiences on his unique journey. He understood a fundamental truth that many of us struggle with, that failure is not the opposite of success, but an integral part of the path toward it. Einstein himself is quoted as saying, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." This is such a powerful reframing of what failure means. It shifts it from a mark of inadequacy to a badge of courage, an indicator that you dared to step outside your comfort zone, to explore uncharted territory. If you're not making mistakes, are you truly pushing the boundaries? Are you genuinely innovating, or are you simply treading well-worn paths where the outcomes are already known? The scientific method itself is, in many ways, a process built upon embracing failure. Scientists formulate hypotheses, and then they rigorously test them. Many, if not most, of these initial hypotheses turn out to be incorrect, or at least incomplete. Each failed experiment, each disproven hypothesis, isn't a waste. It's a valuable piece of information, guiding the scientist, refining their questions, and pointing them in new, more fruitful directions. Chapter 5. Warisan Abadi Einstein, Filosofi yang Terus Menginspirasi. When we speak of Albert Einstein's legacy, it's natural to first think of his monumental contributions to physics, relativity, the photoelectric effect. his insights into the quantum world. These are, without question, pillars of modern science, the foundations upon which so much of our current understanding of the cosmos is built. Our technology, from GPS navigation that relies on relativistic corrections to lasers and nuclear energy, bears the indelible imprint of his genius. His equations are not just abstract symbols, they have tangible consequences in the world around us. But I believe Einstein's true, enduring legacy extends far beyond the realm of scientific formulas and technological applications. He was more than just a brilliant physicist. He was a profound thinker, a philosopher in the truest sense, a humanist who grappled with the big questions of existence, morality, and the human condition. His way of thinking, his approach to life and learning, offers us a timeless wisdom that continues to resonate deeply, inspiring us to look at our world and ourselves in new and more meaningful ways. The core principles we've explored, his unyielding curiosity and embrace of the unknown, his pursuit of elegant simplicity, the paramount importance he placed on imagination, and his resilience in the face of failure. These are not just strategies for scientific discovery. They are philosophies for a well-lived life, applicable in any field of endeavor, by anyone seeking to understand, to create, to overcome challenges, and to make a meaningful contribution to the world. They are universal tools for navigating the complexities of our existence. Einstein possessed an incredible ability to see the interconnectedness of things, to perceive the underlying unity in a seemingly disparate universe. This holistic perspective is perhaps one of his most valuable, yet often overlooked gifts. He understood that the pursuit of knowledge was not just about dissecting the world into smaller and smaller pieces, but also about seeing how those pieces fit together to form a coherent, magnificent whole. This encourages us to think systemically, to appreciate the intricate web of relationships that define our reality. His influence, therefore, isn't confined to laboratories or academic journals. It lives on in every curious mind that dares to ask why, in every innovator who dreams of a better way, in every student who refuses to give up after a setback, and in every individual who strives to see the world with clarity and wonder. His work fundamentally changed our cosmic address, our understanding of our place in the grand scheme of things, fostering a sense of awe and humility before the vastness of the universe. Outro. Membawa semangat Einstein ke masa depan. Terus bergerak, terus bertanya. As we've journeyed through the mind and philosophy of Albert Einstein, it becomes clear that his impact transcends his scientific achievements. His way of seeing the world, his relentless curiosity, his embrace of simplicity, his championing of imagination, and his resilience in the face of adversity. These are not just historical footnotes, they are vibrant, living principles that hold immense power for us today, as we navigate the complexities of the 21st century and beyond. His insights into how to think, how to learn, and how to approach the unknown are perhaps more relevant now than ever before. The challenges we face as a global community are immense, but so too is our collective potential for ingenuity and discovery. Einstein's legacy reminds us that the human mind, when fueled by curiosity and armed with imagination, is capable of extraordinary things. He showed us that breakthroughs often come from daring to question the status quo, from looking at old problems with fresh eyes, and from persevering, even when the path forward seems obscure. His life is a testament to the power of human intellect and spirit. So, as we move forward, let's carry his spirit with us.